So we're here with Savannah Stewart, and now Savannah has a new album out, and she's really just arrived on the scene. So Savannah, let's just take it back to the spiritual retreat. That was kind of GAC's first introduction to you as a singer. So how did that whole thing happen? How did that go about?
Well, I had already been invited to be a part of the chapel band, and the people, the sanctuary band that plays, needed a girl to sing one of the songs, and so they originally asked for Krista, but Krista graduated.
Right, yeah.
So then Coach B asked me, and I'm really excited.
So how was that? What were all the emotions that first night? Because it was like a spiritual retreat, worship going on, and then you just come out of nowhere on the scene. So how was that?
Oh gosh, it was definitely really cool. I honestly was nervous, obviously, just getting up in front of everybody, but there was just a lot of peace that came over me, and it was just really great, and I felt very unified as a student body. So honestly, it was just a really great moment, and definitely a highlight of the senior year.
I enjoyed the performance as well. It was great because Krista left, so I was like, oh, who's gonna replace Krista? And you just came out of nowhere. So now talking about your career, how did that start? How did you first kind of get introduced to the business, the music industry?
Yeah, well, last year I joined Visions, and they just kind of rallied around me, and they kind of encouraged me to pursue this whole singing thing. And so I went to this thing called The Event, and went in initially for acting, but came out with a couple of callbacks, and they wanted to know if I sang, and I said yes. And so they're like, well, why don't you post some YouTube videos of you singing of cover songs and things, and then we'll see if we have room for you. And kind of my headshot got out, my YouTube videos got out, and this company called me, and we got a lot of different offers, but this one seemed the most legit. And so I don't know, I just went down, had a 3-hour meeting with the head CEO of it, and signed a contract, and it's just gone off from there. All
right, now your first album just recently dropped, so talk about that. What went into each song, kind of, and the different emotions, and what influences did you have on the different songs?
Yeah, okay, so there's 8 songs on the album, and the album's called Amnesia, but that is the one song that me and my family have nothing to do with. But it's a really catchy and good song, so we decided to make that the single. And I wrote 3 of the songs, which were Broken Hearts, Beauty of a Day, and We Are. And my dad wrote 3, and then the music producers wrote 2 of them.
Okay. And now, since you started, it's on iTunes, obviously, but it's really taken off. So how has the whole new popularity and new, oh wow, all the new publicity, how's that really affected you?
Oh, gosh, I mean, honestly, I know it's not a huge thing, but just within the GC community, the encouragement that's come from all of you guys and all my friends, and the encouragement that's come from my family, it's just really been great and just fun to get my music out there just to see what happens. And I mean, who knows if anything will really happen, but just the fact that I get to actually be out there in the music world is really cool.
And now I know it might take a while for your next album to come out, but with college coming up, how is that going to affect your career going forward?
Well, I'm most definitely about 99% sure that I'm going to be up in Nashville for college. So just being in that atmosphere is going to be really cool. I don't think I'm going in to study music, but I'll definitely start just playing at coffee shops and different things like Eddie's Attic and stuff like that. Just different places to just get myself out there.
And has the studio kind of hinted at anything else you want to do? Any different things you might do this summer or anything?
Yeah, like I was saying, just playing some gigs. I have to start recording more cover songs on YouTube. Just trying to get myself out there more. So.
All right. Well, hopefully you can do that, and hopefully your career will keep going. I can see you a couple years from now on maybe the radio. Maybe if I turn on, maybe Amnesia comes on.
Yeah.
Who knows? So, well, thank you, Savannah, for the interview, and hopefully your career will continue to skyrocket.
Yeah.